You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have subscribed to our channel for new story. Story title, Hans and Luck. Once upon a time, in a quaint village cradled by lush green hills, lived a young man named Hans. For 7 long years, Hans had devoted himself to working diligently for his master. He tended to the fields with care, looked after the animals with kindness, and performed every task with a dedication that did not go unnoticed. As the 7th year waned, Hans felt a deep yearning to return home and reunite with his dear mother, whom he missed dearly. With a heart brimming with hope and excitement, he approached his master and said, "Master, the time has come for me to leave. My heart aches to see my mother once again. Please, may I have my wages for the years of service." The master, pleased with Hans's hard work and unwavering loyalty, rewarded him with a lump of gold as big as Hans's own head, a gesture of immense gratitude for his service. Overjoyed yet burdened by the hefty gold, Hans wrapped it in a sturdy cloth and embarked on the journey towards home. The journey was strenuous, with the gold weighing heavily on his shoulders, making each step a testament to his resolve. Along the way, Hans encountered a horseman, elegant and swift atop his magnificent horse. Envious of the ease with which the horseman traveled, Hans couldn't help but admire the beast's grace and strength. Observing Hans's struggle, the horseman offered a trade, the horse for the gold. Hans, eager for relief and the prospect of a less arduous journey, agreed without a moment's hesitation, unaware of the string of adventures that awaited him. No sooner had Hans begun to enjoy his new companion than he found himself tumbling into a ditch, thrown off by the spirited horse. At this inopportune moment, a farmer happened by with a cow, and seeing Hans's predicament, offered to trade the cow for the horse. Envisioning the milk, butter, and cheese he could derive from the cow, Hans agreed, convinced his fortunes were taking a turn for the better. However, Hans's luck seemed to wane when, amid a scorching day, his attempts to milk the cow resulted in a swift kick to the head, rendering him unconscious. A butcher passing by saw an opportunity and offered Hans a pig in exchange for the now deemed useless cow. Hans, visions of delicious meals dancing in his head, eagerly accepted the trade. Yet, Hans's journey of trades was far from his end. He soon met a man with a goose of unparalleled beauty, who cautioned Hans that his pig might be mistaken for one stolen from a nearby village. Fearing the potential for trouble, Hans hastily traded the pig for the goose, dreaming of the sumptuous roast it would provide and the soft pillows he could stuff with his feathers. As Hans neared his village, his path crossed with the knife grinder, whose joyful singing and content demeanor envied Hans. The grinder boasted that a good sharpener could always find money in his pocket, tempting Hans with the prospect of a stable income. Convinced by the grinder's words, Hans traded his goose for a sharpening stone, assured that this would secure his future prosperity. Continuing his journey, lighter without the goose but encumbered by the stone, Hans stopped by a pond to rest and quench his thirst. As fate would have it, the stone accidentally slipped from his hands and sank into the depths of the pond. Initially, despair washed over Hans, but it was quickly replaced by a profound realization. He was now free from all physical burdens, overwhelmed with a newfound sense of liberation. Hans thanked the heavens for his fortune. Though he possessed nothing, he felt richer than ever before, understanding now that true happiness didn't stem from gold, animals, or possessions, but from freedom and the love that awaited him at home. With a spirit as light as a feather and a heart full of joy, Hans finally arrived home to his mother's welcoming embrace. He regaled her with tales of his adventures and the trades he made, each story concluding with laughter about his final stroke of luck. Together, they basked in the joy of reunion, finding happiness not in material possessions but in the warmth of each other's company, truly grasping the essence of luck and contentment. Through his journey, Hans had learned invaluable lessons about the nature of happiness, the value of freedom, and the enduring strength of familial bonds, lessons that he would carry with him for the rest of his days. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.